What's up, YouTube? My name is Phoenix and you're watching Fire Gaming, and I'm here today to bring you a dungeon guide for Fractal Continuum in Final Fantasy XIV Heaven's Ward. Alright, so let's get into it. This first boss here is named Phantom Ray, and he's got a few abilities. This guy is super easy, just dodge all the AoEs, but the attacks that he has is Rapid Sever, Double Sever, and Atmospheric Displacement. Excuse me. As you can see here, Rapid Sever is a tank targeted ability only. It does quite a bit of damage, so just healers, just heal the tank through it and you'll be fine. The next ability is Atmospheric Displacement, as you just saw. It's just a group-wide or room-wide AoE, unavoidable. Does a little bit of damage, not that big of a deal. And then the other ability is Double Sever. As you saw just a second ago, those cones that he did, he does them on his sides, and it does quite a bit of damage. And if I remember correctly, it actually also gives you a vulnerability up, so you want to get away from that. And after he does the first conal or the first Double Sever, he'll go and do another one right after. So make sure to dodge those. And then later on, he'll also do some kind of circular AoE attack that it shows up in multiple areas. I don't know what it's called. You see it right there. I don't know what it's called, but avoid the crap out of it because it does do a lot of damage. Okay, so the second boss's name in Fractal Continuum is Minotaur. And he actually works a lot like the Cyclops or Ogre guy or whatever his name is from Aurum Vale. He has his attacks are 11-ton swipe, 100-ton swing, and then 100-ton slash, zoom in, and disorienting groan. 1-ton swipe or 11-ton swipe is just an attack in a conal right in front of him, so tanks and melee just move out of the way. And then 111-ton swing. He does, just like the Cyclops guy, swings around, so melee and tanks get out of that. After a while, he'll do Disorienting Groan, which is a knockback. It's room-wide, it'll hit everyone, doesn't do a lot of damage, but then immediately after that, he'll do an attack called Zoom In, where he dashes to 3 different people, randomly chosen, one at a time, and it also does a decent chunk of damage. And then leading into that, he does 111 tons slash. Now, this attack does a crap ton of damage, so you want to get out of it. You want to make sure he's you're on his side or directly behind him. And then eventually, as you're seeing right now, as you just saw, he'll go into the center of the room and do the room will go purple. So what you got to do is go to one of these biomass cage container things and just open it up, and then an ad will come out. You have to kill that. It'll distract him from doing what he was about to do, but you have to kill that thing that you let out ASAP, or else it will give the boss a damage buff and just completely wreck the tank, and then obviously the rest of the group, unless the healer is just some sort of super badass. But other than that, it's rinse and repeat, and it's a pretty simple fight. Alright, on to the next one. Alright, so for the last boss in Fractal Continuum, he's called the Curator. I don't know how to pronounce that. Anyways, he's got a few things he does. There's landmines, and then ads, unholy, and then the educator, and then some circle AoEs. I don't know what they do. But first thing I wanted to mention, see, in the group that I was in when I was recording this, the tank didn't do what I've seen all the other tanks do, which is take him to a corner. That way, when you have to deal with the educator ability he does, it leaves the middle open for the ranged. But see, okay, so the first thing, other than that, the first thing I'm going to go into is these ads right here. These ads they are priority number 1. They need to go down as fast as possible, or else they'll start covering the entire room in that glowing, squares and stuff. And when you do not want to stand in those whatsoever, because even just standing in them will do damage, and it'll give you a vulnerability stack. So stay away from them. He'll do throughout the fight. He'll do Unholy, which is a group-wide. See right there, actually, before I get into Unholy, that is the educator. That's why it's best to have him in the corner, because then instead of doing 4 lanes, he'll only do 2, and it'll keep the middle open. The next, he'll do Unholy, which is just a group-wide room-wide AoE. Can't avoid it. Just heal through it. Doesn't hit hard at all whatsoever. And then see those mines right there. Those are a big problem too. You do not want to run into those because it does group-wide AoE damage, and it gives everyone paralysis, and it hits actually pretty hard. And paralysis is something you don't want to have on your casters and your healers at all, because this boss, if not done right, can be a pain in the ass. Like, most of the time, I'm actually the only one fighting the ads. Luckily, it's actually this group, the healer, the tank, along with the other DPS were helping me with them. Other than that, the other ability he does, I don't know what it's called, but it's just another thing of circle AoEs. Don't stand in it, obviously, because it does a lot of damage. Other than that, it's pretty simple fight as long as, you know, people... Oh, I almost forgot about that. Ethereal Chemical Bomb. I don't know what it does, because every single healer I've had on me has dispelled it. So I'm assuming it does some kind of, like, just massive damage. It might one-shot you or something, or do some raid-wide damage, or damage to someone you're standing next to. So healers, obviously, as soon as you see someone get Ethereal Chemical Bomb, dispel it. Insuna, Leech, I don't know what the dispel is for Astrologians, but yeah. Anyways, that is it. Thank you for watching. This is Phoenix. Excuse me. My name is Phoenix, and you are watching Fire Gaming. Please hit that like and subscribe button. Just started out on YouTube, and I'd like to start getting a fan base. All right. Have a good day.